We interrupt all radio and television programs for an indefinite period. Please keep your radio and television sets turned on. This is an emergency. I repeat, this is an emergency.
Well, there's been a lot of chatter, or perhaps chattering, teeth-chattering cold across Saskatchewan this month of February. Just to give you a couple of cities and some stats, how about the number of days where it did not get above minus 20? Regina, you've had 10 of them in Saskatoon, 11, including that memorable 8-day stretch from February 3rd to February 10th, where not even a moment of it was above minus 20. Now, in terms of the overnight lows, we've had 9 nights where it was below minus 30 in Regina, and 10 of them in Saskatoon, including that unforgettable one on the 6th. Remember, in Saskatoon, it was minus 42.5, and Regina 2 nights later at minus 42. So this has been very cold. Well, we've had a little bit of a break, but looks like we're going to get another swipe of the Arctic air coming in for the weekend. In fact, that's going to help charge up a storm system that is going to absolutely lambaste Ontario. But for across Saskatchewan, look, there's your temperatures again. Saskatoon going back to the minus 20s, daytime highs, minus 30. So we're going to add to the stats. We're going to add to the misery, unfortunately. Here you are in Regina as well. So my best advice is keep bundling up, and spring isn't all that far away.
Spring isn't far away, kids. Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, bringing you a solar update. Sunday, February 24th, 2019 at midnight. It's boom time. You've come to the right place. I'm sure you've heard. Snow came to LA with powder in Malibu and Pasadena, West Hollywood, freaking out the rich tarts. Leaning left, Xavier Bayos walked out of the Whole Foods market in Pasadena, wondering where Al Gore was. He saw another woman looking on the ground, puzzled at the white stuff covering the sidewalk. The woman wasn't sure exactly what she was looking at, but Bayos, who was not biased, originally from the East Coast, quickly set her straight. He said, "It's snow, and Al Gore's a prick, and it's boom time." Welcome to the show. We have a lot to show you. And of course, it's 2:36 in and nothing's happening. Didn't we erase that? Frozen. Stick with us. 2:47, 2:48. It was the kind of day some parts of Southern California where snow dropped extremely low. Boom! Thank God. Whew. Arizona Snowball gets more snow this week than any North American ski resort ever, thanks to this week's record-breaking snowstorm in northern Arizona. Whew. Snowball got 5.5 feet of snow over the last 3 days and more than 7 feet of snow in the last week. Both of these snow totals rank among North American ski resorts' top numbers in Arizona. Shut up, Al! I don't know what he's telling me. Something's holding us up here. Let me look for it. I have no idea what's holding us up. We'll get there. Scottsdale Wildlife Refuge damaged by winter storm, seeking donations. Gone. Phoenix, not everyone or everything was excited about the winter storm that rocked the valley. We showed you some amazing photos of the saguaro if you are members of our Solar Shutdown Facebook page. While some jumped at the chance to play in the powder, Scottsdale Wildlife Conservation Center was severely damaged from the snow. In a dire need of repairs to numerous enclosures, the Wildlife Refuge, celebrating its 25th anniversary, is seeking emergency financial help. If you want to donate to the Southwest Wildlife Conservation Center, there will be links below. Do it. We implore you. Do it. Whiteout conditions close I-90 west of Albert Lee. Emergency in 2 southeast counties. The Twin Cities are also now under winter storm warning, as heavy winds and blowing snow added to the dangers set to last until Sunday night. She's smiling about it. A blizzard packing heavy snow and high winds raged across much of western and southern Minnesota late Saturday, making roads impassable in much of the region, and the dangerous weather is likely to continue well into Sunday evening. That is a nice dress. Oh my God. Especially for a blizzard. I mean, you would think it's for a funeral. But that's tonight's first boom. Double boom. Minnesota weather, blizzard conditions follow, second burst of snow. Look at that. What does she have on? Let's parse that up. Saturday's second storm could potentially bring up to a foot of snow to southeastern Minnesota. Winter storm warnings have been issued in numerous cities and counties, including the Twin Cities. And we're going to look at some Weather Center 4, or whatever it's called, where Al Gore loves magenta. It's not working. We really tried to draw you in there. Meteorologist Mike Agustiniak says the southern and eastern part of the state will experience a quick yet intense snowfall rate with upwards of 2 inches per hour falling. Meteorologist Lisa Meadows, who will parse up any moment in Ottawa, experienced some thunder snow Saturday night. Along with southwestern Wisconsin, the southeast region may experience a brief burst of freezing rain due to milder temperatures, but it will soon turn to full-fledged snow. Ho, ho. And there's a big yellow arrow pointing left, just above Blooming Prairie. Heavy snow rates 2 inches an hour could be happening. Most of the state will drop into the single digits by early Sunday evening, with parts of the north going negative. The storm will last longer in the morning in the southeast Minnesota area and western Wisconsin, exiting the area by 9 a.m. Sunday, which will be your fun day, and we're not going to watch the video because it's absolutely not working. A couple of other things aren't working. Almost anything here absolutely is not working. Nothing. We try to do something. I don't even have a video open. I don't know what's going on, folks. Something is holding us up here. Snow continues Saturday night. Blizzard conditions possible. There's your blizzard warnings. No accumulations left of this yellow line. Just blowing snow and hell. To the right, hell and heavy snow likely with blowing snow. We're talking blizzard warnings in dozens, if not hundreds, of counties. MDOT closed I-90 west of I-35 Saturday evening as blizzard conditions rolled into the state. A no-travel advisory has been issued south of I-94. Much of Minnesota woke up to some fresh snow Saturday morning, and it will continue into Saturday night, which is now. A winter storm watch was issued for the metro and the I-94 corridor. A blizzard warning was issued for all of southern Minnesota and parts of western Wisconsin. And I just turned on my 14th heater because it is now 3 degrees and dropping rapidly. Widespread 1 to 3 inches of new fluffy snow fell overnight and early this morning. Now we get a break as blizzard conditions continue, and we're going to show you the models if you stick with us. And if the page is closed and if we get through it. Nobody knows how this will turn out. Winter storm watch, snowstorm likely for some of us late Sunday night into Monday. Heads up, look at that. That's Oregon, southern Washington. Right on that state line. Not looking fine. The coldest February in 30 years wants to go out with a bang. Well, we like it to go out with a boom. Wouldn't you? Why a new tab keeps opening up here is anyone's guess. Let's let this go out with a boom. For the next 2 to 3 days, the boundary will be set up across the state of Oregon between cold, dry Arctic air flowing south out of Canada, the chilly colors in the map, and the tons of moisture streaming in from the Pacific will add insult to injury. And it will be boom time. So they say. Another white screen. Holla. I have no idea what's going on, folks. Deal with it. We could look at the GFS model early. What the hell is this shit? Oh, I see what's happening. Some kind of a worldwide dance virus is attacking us. Maybe I clicked on some ad. I hate ads. Boom! Do you know that over 50% of the calls that you're going to receive in the next 10 years are going to be from ads? You can't even avoid it. It's insane. I got rid of my phone and I turned it back on 3 years later, and all the phone calls are from garbage. Nobody calls me. It's all robots. It's totally insane. And we bought into this. And it's only going to get worse. I can't even get a signal. I can't even get AccuWeather to download. Snowstorm threatens to bring disruptions to Portland, Oregon early next week. And it's a tweak. Because I'm getting hung up here. I have full signal. And I'm going to have to trash this computer and get another one in a different IP address. That's basically what's going to have to happen. While the weekend is expected to end with rain in Portland, Oregon, the stage is set for a snowstorm to start next week and disrupt travelers and residents. Not only that, there are many regions that don't have supplies. I was reading articles today about many stores that are worried about having nothing to sell people, including like salt and shovels and other snow removal equipment. While a bit of accumulating snow may grace Seattle, the brunt of the impending snow is for the Interstate 5 corridor and may focus around the Portland, Salem, Oregon areas Monday into Tuesday. Are you ready? That's your lose day. Winter storms Sunday night through Tuesday, slippery roads, sidewalks, travel disruptions, old ladies falling over, and school closures. Meanwhile, snow will continue to pile up in the Oregon Cascades to the depth of 5 to 10 feet. With snow and slippery travel extending eastward across northeast Oregon, central Idaho, which is going to be the winner, and southwest Montana. We're about to check the models. Are you... Yeah, so we're still hung up. Man, there's no flow. It's like flowless. Not responding. Just a blue spinner. Holy sh... Where are my people? Where are my people? There's no people in here. I barely have any wood left. I'm looking for people. Guys, bear with me. We're only 12 minutes and 12 seconds in to a major malfunction at the Triple Junction. And there's another new tab that opens. We clearly have a virus. I'm going to have to clean this up after we're done the show. Colorado total snowfalls coming in. For those of you that want to know what's happening in my state, we've been showing many videos of some of the activity that's been going around here. Broken tractors, lots of snow blowing. I'll link you to this article. You can see all of the snow totals. And let's just come down here to Pagosa Springs if they have it here. I didn't even look at this. That's how much time I have. LMNO Pagosa, 24 inches as of 4:30 p.m. yesterday. And it snowed another 8 or 9 inches. I know, because I snow blew it. So we have a 3-foot total in about 3 days. Whew. So much for that. Let's see what happens now if I click. Oh, we're right into something else. We have flow. Let's flow it. Let's flow the flow. If we could only flow, ho, ho. Look at this. As winter storm, whatever its name, moves up into the Midwest, which is the best. Look at this. It's going to flow up out of... Look at it dump in Mexico and then up through eastern Colorado. And if I may digress, Denver has received now... They've been bitching because it's all filled with global warming alarmists in Denver. God. But they've been bitching. There's no snow here. It's global warming, whatever. They're now above the average all time. And everyone has been quieted. So, good news coming out of Denver there, where most of the Democrats are, who can suck it. I was a Democrat my whole life. Now look at the system moving up through Iowa, Wisconsin, southern Minnesota, that eastern tip there. And then Buries in Canada. And then we're going to have a large amount of snow in New York State and New England, all the way up through northern Maine is looking to be buried. And we have a southern storm developing, which is targeting northern Florida for March 5th. So Florida's not out of the woods for the white rain. It may come in the spring. Ding, ding. Look at that. Look at the model. I'm not making it up. It's just like an arrow pointing right down there to Florida. When all the little buds are out, everyone's like, my buds are out on my trees. Yeah, where they're about to get frozen off and die. Because that's what happens in grand solar minimums. So all you people that are like, my buds are out, it's warm down here in the southeast. There's a strip of snow in south of central Georgia, March 4th. Let's go to the Weather Ready Nation map and see what that has to say. Major storm system brings a plethora of impacts to the central and eastern U.S. this weekend. A powerful storm system to track into the plains and Great Lakes this weekend. Look at it. They've changed the colors. On the cold side of the storm, heavy snow and blizzard conditions are expected. Those are the red areas. Over portions of the central and northern plains and the upper Great Lakes, severe thunderstorms, heavy rain, flash flooding will be possible in the lower Mississippi, Tennessee Valley. Let's break it down. Winter storm warnings and watches in pink and purple. I'm circling them. That's not a schmurple. And there's a really nice pastel green here on the coast here for California. Now let's check out the central valley here. Kentucky, Tennessee. Flash flood warnings and watches. Apparently you're being totally fluxed in this region. Saturated with the Emancipation Proclamation of precipitation. And up in the north, they've gotten a new gold color, which makes no sense at all and completely clashes with the red blizzard warnings. In New York, Michigan, Wisconsin, soda, North Dakota, South Dakota. Say it ain't soda. Check out Iowa. Half of the state in blizzard warning right now. Hiya! That's tonight's 49th boom. Guys, go to weather.gov. This map comes right up. And wherever you live, just click on your county. And you'll know if you're a schmowny. I just clicked in the middle of the blizzard warnings. And if we wait about 14 or 15 hours, my dial-up will go. Okay, now it's in. National Weather Service Forecast Office, Des Moines, Iowa. Blizzard warnings. Orange. Boom! Heads up, Des Moines. You're schmoined. Another prolonged Alberta extreme cold weather event to begin Sunday. We heard the video on the outbreak of the video. We heard it. It was a schmidio. Environment Canada says another extreme cold event will descend over the province Sunday, bringing with it wind chill values near minus 40. Puxatawny Phil can suck it. The freeze is expected to start in the morning. And hopefully the groundhog will freeze as well. Extreme wind chill values near minus 40 expected Monday as Puxatawny Phil freezes in his hole in parts of Alberta, the weather agency said. Environment Canada said another Arctic ridge is building over the prairies, which will result in extreme cold temperatures, not schmemperatures, that could last through the first week of March, freezing the ground even deeper, even developing maybe permafrost in parts of Alberta, to replace all the melting permafrost that the global warming alarmists are unaware of have been melting since the mini ice age, or even the last micronova. Can you even imagine if that Siberia has been melting for 12,900 years? I just started to believe that. It's crazy. It's been melting for 12,900 years. And blossoming of early stone fruit at least 20 days late. Whew. Coming from Fresh Plaza, the #1 source for agricultural and growing news. At the moment, the temperatures registered between San Fernando de Puglia and Trinopoli are 3 to 4 degrees C during the night and 13 C during the day. And the blossoming of early stone fruit varieties at least 20 days late now. There they are, and they may get frozen and sharded upon or hailed upon. Here are the hail nets. And they are crossing their fingers and taking names. So far, it has rained a good amount. We should have problems with water supplies. There was a short hailstorm a few days ago, but nothing major. And currently investing in colored photoselective nets for the new 10-hectare orchards to protect them against and improve the quality of the fruit. Improve the quality of the fruit and protect them from maybe the multiplicity of cosmic radiation entering as the magnetosphere wanes and we enter the grand solar minimum. Thank you, Fresh Plaza, for giving us the data that we can interpolate as scientists. Holy macaroni, we're learning something. Stick with us, we're halfway through. Lots of white screens, 20 minutes, 27 seconds in. Seismic update. No quakes of note. 7.7 kicking off in Peru. No damage, no injuries at depth. Part of the uptick we predicted, and not the significant quake we expect. The solar polar fields haven't maxed. So we're looking for that in the beginning of March. It could be any time in the next week. And it could be kicked off by another space weather event. So the 7.7, as we predicted, unfolded in Peru, and thankfully no one was injured. But the next event will be 8.2 or greater, probably in the Indonesia region. It could strike anywhere based on the parameters. Some interesting quakes in the craton today of the U.S. 3.3 in Salmon, Idaho. Bluffdale, Utah, 3.1. Many people are fear-mongering about Yellowstone. This is not an uptick in any way. Nothing is happening there. Yellowstone will not erupt. No other quakes of note. Iceland, we see a boom boom? Is that what I just saw? Let's go check over at johnfer.com, volcano. Donate if you care about Iceland geology. 10 euros a month. We give 20. That's not even funny. Earthquake with magnitude 4.2 in Bardabunga today. Hey, with a small flurry of seismic swarm. And that's not all, kids. From this independent geologic source coming out of Iceland, they have wonderful data on the last 3 or 4 days where there has been minor swarm updates in other volcanoes. Earthquake swarm north of Geysir volcano, February 24th. There it is, boom, 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 boom. Minor earthquake swarm in Tunguska volcano, February 20th. Boom, 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 boom. See that? And maybe even a little boom, 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 boom over here. And then we go back to February 19th. Minor earthquake swarm in Katala, where we have a boom, 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 and a boom, boom. Did you see that? If you want this kind of excellent information on the situation, which you're not going to get from USGS, the downgrade service. In fact, they won't tell you about 98% of these earthquakes. Iceland Geology will. Donate now, or just come and look at it free. Links will be below, you cheap pricks. Worldwide volcano news update coming up. Let's upload some more pages just so we're on point here. Fuego, Karaminsk, Shivalush, Dukono, Reventador, Planchon Petaroa. 12,000 feet at Shivalush. Explosive activity continuing, Volcanic Ash Advisory Center said. Tokyo warned volcanic ash plume that rose to 12,000 feet altitude flight level, and there has been lava flowing on the flanks. Dukono Volcanic Ash Advisory, 6,000 foot. Explosive activity continues. Karaminsk, volcanic ash emissions continuing to 8,000. Planchon Petaroa, continuous ash to 15,000 feet. Explosive activity continuing. Volcanic Ash Center, Buenos Aires, warned about volcanic ash plume that rose to 15,000 feet altitude. Reventador et al. Check the links below. We did have a recent 3-day period of excessive KP0. Research underscores importance of cold temperature variability, evaluating climate change. Yeah, because everyone is getting funding for global warming only. So why would they talk about cold temperature variability. There's no money. Thanks, Binghamton University. And read this article. It does us no justice. Nothing. It's worthless. You know who's not worthless? Jennifer Morohasi, scientist, author, and speaker, and global warming tweaker, and our hero. She's been on the show. I've interviewed her. She's a real human. And we're going to link you to her blog below here at jennifermorohasi.com, where she has been uncovering over the last week some more bombastic climate farces, like the BOM in Australia readjusting the temperature data. Take a look at the yellow and the red. Whew. It's hotter now in Australia, thanks to the BOM. Probably the 5th adjustment ever. It's absolutely insane. Green and blue are real. Red is what you're fed. You're fed the red, and green and blue are real. Is that the biggest crock of shite in your life? Think about it. This is the global warming red line that the BOM feeds you, because they readjusted green somehow down into these dotted lines. And they readjusted blue down into these dotted lines. But the green and the blue are the real data, and then the solid red after. Isn't that? That's total nonsense. That's not science. It's science fiction. North Korea warns of food crisis, not fiction, slashes rations before next leaders summit. What is fiction, coming from Reuters, is that this food crisis is from global warming. But David Dubine over the last year has been reporting on the food losses in North Korea due to cold, not warming. Total shart. Reuters gets the Suck It Fest Shart Fest for the night. Links will be below. Website for Dr. James Maxlow, proponent of expansion tectonics, which we talk about exclusively. Now let's just break it down for the layman. Look at these marbles up here. These fascinating stripy things are mid-ocean ridges, and they spread, and these are the magnetic signatures that the Navy has done cross-sections of, which can be most easily explained since the Jurassic as an exploding or expanding Earth. It's the sea floor spreading hypothesis, and you can read all about it because I'm going to link you to it. December 17th, 2016. Leave a comment. And it's based on these stripes, which clearly show an expanding Earth, which I wholeheartedly believe to be 100% true. And the whole nonsense of these supercontinents all meeting on one side of this gigantic Earth that we live on now is total BS. They were meeting all together in a tiny Earth that once existed about 250 million years ago. Now, the Atlantic Ocean didn't exist until about 230 million years ago when it started spreading. The oldest seafloor rocks in the Atlantic are about 120 million. And it began as just a rift, a river, a crack, a hot crack of molten lava to fill with water. It's totally insane. And if you want to read extensively about it, James Maxlow has a textbook, Beyond Plate Tectonics, Unsettling Settled Science. It's not expensive, just buy it. There is a free PDF available online. I have yet to find it because I didn't look for it. But if you know how to use the Google, say Beyond Plate Tectonics PDF and hit enter. And I bet you'll get some play. Something will happen. Damn it. But nothing will happen ever on my show. It's boom time. Garden Culture Magazine. Featured articles, growing environment, foodscaping. A new way to create a garden. Yeah. You don't need to plant all that shart and that pesticide-rich crap from your garden center. How about you plant some food? Food is beautiful if you know how to plant it. This is all like food and shit. Even hostas are edible. That's incredible. The article originally appeared in Garden Culture Magazine US 21 with manicured lawns, perfectly trimmed shrubs, and other bullshit going in for thousands of dollars with pesticides and blah, blah, blah. Why aren't you growing food? People who grow food grow money. That's all I'm going to say about that. I said a lot about that in the past, but I want to get to the weed. World Health Organization admits they were wrong about weed. Marijuana. And this is also an acne commercial, apparently, but they have it marked as weed. But that's over here. That's definitely a zit. It's nasty, so we'll stop looking at it. The World Health Organization is looking to make up for lost time, as far as Mary Jane is concerned. And while the majority of Buddha lovers are probably in unison when they say, who cares? The reorganization is still a pretty big W for the weed advocates. Because they're capable of doing studies. Buddies, that doesn't make, I don't give a fuck. It's all going to be bullshit, compartmentalized, sold to the big farm and big ag and schmag, and they can suck it. Buy your seeds now, learn how to seed save, grow your own weed. These people, they're sheeple. They're way behind the craft. I've been making medicine since 1989. I don't even know how many years that is. That's how high I am. Marijuana users tend to have more sex than people who don't smoke, according to Stanford researchers. I know. I'm full of it. I just got done. I mean, I am making a baby. I'm making a baby, and that involves boom time. Wow, not that kind. But that might lead us to biblical prophecy. Red Sea countries brace for plague of locusts in this guy's hair. Which really isn't his hair. He's just standing in front of this excellent mural. Which looks like Bozo the Clown. Isn't it? Like, see that? With the smile? Holy shit, you're tripping your balls off. Biblical prophecy. Red Sea countries brace for plague of locusts. And that's what they look like. They look like a plague of locusts, actually. I can't explain it any other way. There it is. Holy shit. I hope you don't have locustophobia. Look at that. The United Nations is warning that Egypt and Saudi Arabia could soon be in the midst of a plague of locusts as outbreaks in Sudan and Ethiopia is rapidly spreading along both sides of the Red Sea. Heavy rains in the region sparked by breeding frenzies have unleashed 2 generations of the swarming insects since October. Now, crop loss, we already have famine and unrest in many of these third world countries, and now we have plagues of locusts to eat all of the remaining crops. Holy macaroni. Solutions. You better start building your own mud hut. And we're talking Eco-Dome. And if this shit ever loads, it will be amazing. Not as amazing as his hair with Bozo the Clown and a nuclear eruption behind. But havenearth.org. Check it out. Links will be below. Building a sustainable, collaborative future. One project at a time. Now, this is a lot of work. But I know about a lot of work. This is earth-bag construction. Eco-friendly. And if you want to know more about earth-bag construction, come check out Haven Earth Center, a collective for positive change. Paul Richardson, bioarchitect and founder of Haven Earth Center. Check them out. They wear Crocs. And this is part of the USA Community Tour, which got snowed out in New Mexico. Lost a lot of money. And I also warned that people that attend this event will be global warming alarmists. And I wasn't lying. These types of eco-friendly communities appeal to tree huggers, which I used to be. I still hug trees, but I would never call myself a tree hugger because they're now part of this globalist narrative of socialism and all this other communist bullshit, which totally gives up human sovereignty and just hands over the key to the government, which is not coming to save you. But the USA Eco Community Tour, this guy, these two guys, I showed you the one guy. Here's the other guy. We'll get to him. They basically took Mike Reynolds' course, or some version of biotecture, and through their own experience, and I can relate because I know how to build things, they've created their own version of eco-friendly building that you can learn how to do. You can build one of these Hobbit huts for like 10, 20 grand. Now you're going to have to find a unique parcel to put it on. But that's why these two guys got together. This one is the architect and he knows how to pass all the laws in the States. And this guy is the visionary. Now, I'm about to throw out a business opportunity for all of you visionaries. If you think that there are thousands of people that are interested in building their own home for less than 20 grand, which captures its own water, is environmentally neutral, biotecture, is organic, and you build yourself, check out BioVita Partner with us. I'm going to leave you links below. It's their launch. You can watch the videos. There's a water course and a home course. You have to buy them. But what I'm going to point out is that if you send them your email, your name and address, you're a partner, and you get 50% of all the courses you sell, including the course that you want to buy. So if you want to buy a course, become a partner and buy the course and save 50, make your own commission. But this is a way to make tons of money. I'm not making any money off of this. I could sell it all to you people, but I don't want the money. I want you guys to make the money. BioVita Partner with us. You partner with him and you sell the courses and you get half the money. He gets the other half. And everyone gets to learn how to build their own debt-free, off-grid, ecological, cozy home. How to get off the water grid through a few weekend projects. How to filter and activate water to a super nutritious quality using activated charcoal. Learn to build a biochar filter for pure drinking water for free. Reusing wastewater 7 times around the garden and home. That's gray water harvesting and management. And how to have a 6-month emergency backup water plan. You can do this all for 20 grand. And he'll show you how. How would you like to inspire your tribe to create off-grid water ecosystems or learn to build their dream home for under 10 grand? Nested in a food forest permaculture garden. I've never heard of anything better than that ever in my life. And it's your gift. You all should be selling this now to all of the subscribers on this channel. Put your name in and become the BioVita Boom Master. Do it now. New Horizons beams back the clearest images of Ultima Thule yet. And if these two objects collided, I will pay $100 million to whoever can prove it. If these two objects collided, I will pay $100 million to whoever can prove it, because this is one object with an electrical scar neck and other electrical scarring features that could never be from impact. Ever. Infinity. Microsoft workers don't want the U.S. Army to use their products for war. Well, neither did Frank and Robert Oppenheimer, you pricks. But that's not how it works. Once you sign the disclosure to work for these multinationals and you're compartmentalized, it doesn't matter. The government now owns HoloLens. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor haircuts. Learn how to grow food. It's spring. Buy seeds now from our Amazon Preparedness store. For $15, you can get 40,000 seeds shipped to your wherever. Over 100 varieties. Do it now. We're about to move into a new studio. May take a day or two. Stick with us, kids. We need you. Thanks to all our Patreons, all of our one-time donors, all the people that email us every day, even the psychopaths. We need you. We need each and every one of you. Start preparing now for grid down. That's the first step as it unfolds. The sun's going to wake up. The grid's going to start to falter. Prices are already spiking. You may be priced out of coffee. Start buying coffee.